Everybody, welcome back to the RoboChomp channel. Today we have another soundfont review. This is an exclusive review because this is a soundfont only made for Vaders Vault Revn. This is the Revn soundfont. Now this soundfont has been created by the Saber Baron. I will put his link to his description, to his Facebook page, whatnot, in the bottom of this video. You can check it out. Now let's start with this review. Revn. It's a little bit basic. I'm not very fond on the boot up sound. I wish it was more like the Havoc, where it's more aggressive. It's really like, yeah, I don't know, Revn. It feels like it was like a normal voice with an echo on top of it. I don't know. I'd rather had something like Revn or something, or Revn, or like it's something more engaging. So let's turn it on, the boot up sound, and now we're going to turn the Saber on. We're just going to listen to the boot up sound and the shutdown sound.
Revn.
Very wide. It starts really wide, so it's like the Saber is like very massive, like a very thick plasma. That's how I feel. Like it expands very early in the soundfont, like, and it's really bassy, and then it goes up. And when I extract, it's quite fast. It's quite snappy, distract, and it's just the right length for that audio file. So let's do it again. So it really, when it goes down, it gets really high in pitch on the very end of that shutdown. Really nice. So let's go to the swings. So you can hear the horizontal swings are slightly higher pitched than the vertical swings, which are very slow. It's actually quite interesting that they choose to have the vertical swings to sound that heavy, bassy, where the vertical swings are the horizontal swings are a little bit higher pitched. I think it makes sense if you do like hard, long strikes vertically. You want to have that lower sound because it probably maybe takes you a little bit more time or a little bit slower, where the horizontal movements are slightly faster maybe. It's quite interesting. So let's go to the clash sound. As you can hear, there's a lot of blaster sound effects in there, so it's a lot of blaster effects that like it has been shot. So you're hitting, deflecting a blaster shot, and it's nice because even if you just want to do cosplay and just want to portray like you're hitting blaster bolts, you don't have to use the aux. You just flick this the hilt till it just slightly engages the clash sound, and then you can pretend like you're holding off laser shots like this. So that gives you the extra locking of defending off blaster shots. On top of the auxiliary options. Now the auxiliary options are a little bit different because they interact of course with the flash and clash, and there's a delay in the flash and clash because the sound plays in most of the auxiliary sounds. The sound plays first and then you have the flash and clash effect. I'm not fully a big fan of that. I rather have that interactive at the same time instead of hearing the sound first and then you have the flash and clash. But it does give you some more time to maneuver the hilt into a certain position as if you are actually blocking it. That being said, I'm not a big fan of it. you can see, you hear the blaster first. Really awesome sound fonts for those blaster effects. I really love those blaster sounds, really good. But the flash on clash happens after the sound has been played, and I don't know, I'd rather have it at the same time, just to be honest. A good range of different clasher sound, like blaster sounds, so it's not bad. It also has a lockup sound. Very interesting lockup sound. It goes higher up in pitch at some point. I don't know what type of lockup sound that is. A little bit less classic lockup sound of two hilts or two blades locking up together, two lightsabers. This is interesting, it's different. I would say I like some of the other lockup sounds more, but that's my personal thing. I rather have like the classic lightsabers clinching together, and you have that that burning sensation, like as if you're baking bacon, like that sizzling sound. That's what I like more. But of course, if all sound fonts are the same, that's kind of boring too. So, but it's overall not bad. And then there's also this effect here that I'm gonna show you now. I turn on the saber, hold the auxiliary switch in, and then move it, and there's a different, like a power up sound, like woo.
Revn.
I'm not sure what it has, but what I do is when I swing, I start to hold the auxiliary switch button at the same time and make that swing, and then it gives that different sound. Now I noticed that it's only working on the new Crystal Shard 4.0. It doesn't work on the Crystal Shard 3.0. So if you have the 3.0 with a Vaders Vault exclusive sound font by the Saber Baron, then you cannot engage that. But if you have a sound font that is on the Crystal Shard version 4, it does work, and it's pretty cool. It's an additional feature. It's yeah, I don't know what it is. It looks like it's like a charge or something, like it's charging something up. I don't know, like if it's the lightsaber charging something, or it's some surrounding sound. I cannot really place it, but nonetheless pretty cool. So if you want to get your hands on this Revn sound font, I have no other choice than to tell you need to purchase a Vaders Vault Revn from Vaders Vault. If you purchase the lightsaber after I believe February 2017, that sound font for that's exclusive combat class model is installed. If not, then you can contact Vaders Vault with your payment receipt and check with them. Most of the cases they always check it before shipping out the saber, so the chance that they ship the saber without that sound font is very slim. But it will be harder if you buy a second-hand Revn that has been purchased before 2017, because most likely you will not have that sound font, and probably Vaders Vault will not give it to you because it's exclusive to that purchase from a certain time onwards. And I also hope these saber fonts are not being pirated and distributed, because they should be staying mutually exclusive to each of the different hilt designs from Vaders Vault that you purchase, and that really gives you the extra immersion and the collector's value, like you want to have it because they have this awesome sound font. I don't use any other sound fonts on my Vaders Vaults which have a Saber Baron sound font, simply because I feel that Saber sound font was created to work closely together with the hilt design and the overall feel and the backstory of the hilt. So I generally don't really toggle to any other sound fonts, and I love the bassy sound of it. I love the lower bassy swings, more of like a Kylo Ren-ish saber, and it's in red, my LED, so it really suits that type of city saber. And overall I'm pleased with it. I just don't like the sound font placed first, and then you have the delayed flash on clash, and the lockup sound is a little bit iffy for me personally, and the boot up sound that names the sound font, I feel like the way they pronounce it, it could be much more menacing. I felt it was like just a regular voice with some echo behind it. Either way, hope you liked the video, and as always, stay scummy. Please subscribe for more weekly videos, follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, sponsor the channel at our Patreon page. Stay scummy!